Hi everyone, today we're going to be going over Tuesday's Give Me 5 for page number 6. I already have the answers written down, but we're going to go over it together. Like I said in my last video, if your brain needs a quick refresher, I posted 2 videos with 2 different strategies you can use when multiplying numbers. The turtle method and the area model way. Now for time's sake, when I'm answering the multiply column for right here, I'm going to be using the turtle method way just because it's quicker than the area model way. But if you want to use the area model way, go for it. Whatever you need to do to be successful. So let's get started. The first column, they want us to multiply 52 times 32. 52 times 32. We start in the smallest place value and we start multiplying. 2 times 2 equals 4 and 2 times 5 is 10. Cross out the 2, drop your 0. Then you do 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 5 is 15. Notice how my numbers are all lined up by place value, so it makes it easy to add these 2 partial products up. 4 plus 0 is 4. 0 plus 6 is 6. 1 plus 5 is 6. And 1 plus nothing is 1. Your final answer is 1,664. And if you need to rewind because I went too fast, I'm sorry. Just pause and rewind. All right. So, bam. Make sure if your answer includes a comma or a decimal or a slash to make sure you input it exactly on the Google form. So the next column is round to the underline. Boys and girls, what place value, can y'all see that? What place value is underlined? Let's figure it out. Let's start in the smallest place value, and that is the ones, tens, hundreds, 1,000, 10,000. So they want to know what is 92,249 rounded to the nearest 10,000. So it's either going to be the nearest 10,000 will either be 90,000 or 100,000, because the next 10,000 going up will make 100,000. Let me see. That glares really bad. All right. So we underline the place value they want us to round to, bam, and then we circle the number to the right. That number that we circle is going to tell us, are we going to round down or are we going to round up? So with the number that we circled, is it 4 or less, let it rest? Or is that number 5 or more, raise the score? It's 4 or less, let it rest. So this number will round down to 90,000. Your answer is 90,000. Awesome job. 90,000. Okay. So the next column, they want to know, sorry, I said all my kitchen right there. Okay. So the next question wants to know decimals and fractions. They're going to give you either a decimal or a fraction, and you got to find what is the equivalent, okay? So the one that they give us is 5/10. They want to know what fraction is equivalent to 5/10, okay, because that's in the tenths place. Well, that's easy. 5/10. So you're just going to write that fraction exactly how it sounds. 5/10. Another way that you could answer this is if we simplified 5/10. 5/10 can be simplified into 1/2. So they're the same thing. 5/10 is the same thing as 1/2 because what's half of 5? 10. So 1/2. So on the Google Forms, I'll take either one of those answers. Also, if you haven't figured it out already, when you're inputting an answer that is a fraction, you just put the number, the dash, and the denominator. So the numerator, then a dash, and then the denominator, okay? The next number, the next one they want us to find is, what is the equivalent decimal to 3/4? Well, for this particular problem, I like to think of money, okay? So $1 is 1 whole. Okay, what coins can we have 4 of that will make a whole? That's right, a quarter. Okay, so 1/4 equals 1/4. 2/4 equals 2/4. 3/4 equals 3/4. And 1 whole would be 4/4. So which one of these has 3/4? $75 hundredths. And the next one is 0 and 9 hundredths. 0 and 9 hundredths. What is that? If this were money, how much would this be? 9 cents. And how can we show 9 cents? By 9 pennies. How many pennies do we need to make a whole dollar? 100. Or here's a better way of solving this one. What place value is the 9 in? The hundreds place. So this is 9 hundredths. So then you're just going to write your fraction exactly how it sounds when you read this decimal. Kind of like what we did for over here. 5/10. 5/10. So 9 hundredths. 9 hundredths. So those are your 3 answers for decimals dash fractions for Tuesday. Okay. And next we're going to go into the solve and label. Solve and label. So we are seeing a strip diagram. Okay. A strip diagram that's made out of parts and a whole. So for this particular problem, if you haven't done so already, and I haven't done it, you need to label your strip diagram. Label if you have your whole, label your parts, okay? So here we go. I have my 2 parts, and these 2 parts together equal my whole. My whole is missing. So I'm going to add my 2 parts together to get my answer, my whole. So you need to add 20 and 71 hundredths plus 35. Now, how am I going to set this up, boys and girls? Because 20 and 71 hundredths has a decimal, but the number 35 doesn't. So how am I going to write it? How am I going to set it up? That's right. The 35 is a whole number. So I'm just going to line up my numbers by place value. I know this is the ones place, this is the 10th place, and I know I can put 2 placeholder zeros. And for some of y'all don't even have to work it out. You could do mental math for this one. What's 35 plus 20? And then plus 71? Well, 71 hundredths. And then that's easy mental math. So 1 plus 0 is 1. 7 plus 0 is 7. Drop down your decimal. 0 plus 5 is 5. And 2 plus 3 is 5. Your final answer is 55 and 71 hundredths. And last but certainly not least, the last column is your multiplication facts. Right here, 6 times 5 equals 30. 5 times 9 equals 45. 9 times 12 equals 108. All right, boys and girls, that is Tuesday's Give Me 5 for page number 6. Make sure you go input your answers on the Google Forms. I already posted Wednesday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays Google Forms, so if you're a superstar and already worked ahead, you can go ahead and input those answers, or you can wait until I post my video so that you can follow along and then input your answers. Whatever works for you. Well, thank you for tuning in, boys and girls, and I hope to see y'all soon.